Hello and welcome to another SVU live stream. This is Coach Kev. I'm joined today again by J-Moff. What's up, J-Moff?
Oh, what's up, Kev? How you doing?
Doing fantastic. We got ourselves some Overwatch 2 action, picking up from where we left off last week. The Knights took a couple tough losses last week, but we're going to be seeing if we can bounce back.
All right, so looks like it's Arkansas Tech University. I believe this is a gold team. Like you said, Kev, jumping off of some tough games last week. Knights putting their best foot forward. Best foot wasn't quite enough to pull out a win, but that's all right. I mean, it's a new game of an old game, but new version of an old game, new team, relatively speaking, right? So these guys are just kind of here to give you the best show they can while they try to face up against these other schools. I think some notable points here to take away from last game as we prepare to jump in. We're having some technical difficulties, but the Knights did a great job when they were able to have a plan and when they executed on that plan. And so I'm sure we're excited to see if they're able to go ahead and formulate that plan, come up with something, and then actually execute it. Right, play it out. We should be able to see the Knights put a little bit more mileage down than last week, and I'm excited to see if those adjustments have been made and what they've been working on. It looks like we've got some very similar picks. Nothing wrong with being comfortable on your champs or your heroes.
Yeah, I like seeing the Zenyatta. And like you said, this is going to be Arkansas's gold team, so we might actually have more of a chance than we had last week. So, and that's showing right now with the Knights coming out strong with a 58% on this point. They might be able to cap this and get an early some momentum building. So we have Zui Slayer in this time and Kyle. So we'll see if they can make any adjustments. But the Knights coming out real strong here on the point, and they might be able to cap this one, J-Moff.
Yeah, 75% right off the bat, no joke. Definitely like to see it. This time I think we've got I think that's actually higher than we've seen them do yet, right?
Yeah, no. This is the best opening we've seen from this team. Really coming out strong, looking good, and we'll see what they're able to do here because, this is looking a lot better than last week. So the adjustments that they've made is really coming in strong, and sometimes it does come down to matchup. So they might just have a good matchup against these guys, and hopefully they can get the dub. 99% should be able to try to get this first point, and they do. So Knights claim this first point, looking to make it interesting this week.
All right, clean. Yeah, no, I really like that. It was clean execution. Never really had a chance. I think Arkansas, as well as their plan, I'm sure weren't able to get onto the point even at all there. So hopefully Knights be able to continue the momentum. We said it before, but a lot of times that first game, the way you come kicking out of the gate, can reflect a lot of the matches to come. So Knights hopefully can keep that momentum going in here. And we see that Ramatra pick again. Knights always playing in Ramatra. Everybody's picking them. They're going to get really good on it eventually, guys. You got to stop doing this, right?
Yeah. Yes, we'll see what they're able to do here. Obviously with these like King of the Hill types of objectives, it really comes down to the opening here. You got to get, this first fight is very impactful. But then, you can get a surge going once you get your ults up. We'll see what we're going to do here. Asher going to go in with the Sigma. Going to try to get some pressure. There we go. Reinhardt. Knights don't really like to run Reinhardt, it seems like. So they always seem to be up against it. So let's see what they're able to do. They struggled last week against it, but they seem to be having better luck now. Samurai's going to go down early, though. So that's gonna push the Knights off this objective. We'll see what they're able to retake it, or if they're able to get a good position. They're just gonna be poking in here, trying to get some pressure. Kyle on the Moria, see what he can do. One of the new members here.
Yeah, I'd say we haven't seen a whole lot.
Yeah, and performing well in practice is one thing, but performing in competition, that's a whole different story. So we'll see if these guys can do anything. Here comes the Reinhardt, and it looks like Arkansas is taking control of the second point, and they are really taking the high ground, and they're doing a great job. Kyle is annoying them. He is dancing around trying to just separate them, but unable to get anything meaningful done, and Arkansas going to take control.
Yeah, Arkansas, really good formation there. I think, Moira can only do so much when the chaos you're creating doesn't lead to anything for your team, right? So you can get back there and mess with people, but the Knights are already shoved off at that point, and it's tough for them already to get a whole lot done.
Yeah, here comes Claymore on the 76, trying to get some pressure. That's a good kill by Samurai. They're going to push up through the choke. They have the high ground now. Let's see what 76 can do. Laying down the DPS, going to try to get in there. Going to try to take down that Reinhardt, at least threaten him through his shield. And there it is. There's the kill. Kyle's going to pick up that kill. 76 going to swoop around, try to get some pressure. Mercy on the top side will go down. So the Knights retake the point, and they are looking good here in match number 1.
76 Zen with the Discord, man. That's just very nice. Easy to execute. It's just going to work. Very good stuff.
A lot of ults here up for Arkansas, though. We'll see what they're able to do. If the Knights can deter this offensive, if they can survive these ults, this might be where they get the victory, but we'll see what they're able to do. We'll see what coordination comes out from Arkansas. This is always one of my favorite parts of the game, is watching a team that has all these tools and what they decide to do. Reinhardt going to come through first. They're doing a similar push to what we saw from the Knights. Reinhardt going to come down, looking to get some space with his shield, trying to figure out the angle, who's going to use their ults, who's going to save them. Meanwhile, the Knights are getting charged all along. He's going to go in and get 1v5, but here comes the Pharaoh ult. It's going to pick up 2, but will go down to Claymore. So it's going back and forth here. Reaper is on Samurai, but he's going to go into his ice, and he is going to try to stall. He's doing a great job. He's surviving. He's keeping him away. He will not give up the high ground. He has his ultimate. Will he decide to use it? I'm not sure. He will go down. So looks like Arkansas will take control of that point, but that was a pretty decent defense.
Yeah, I think they absorbed the ults really well, going pretty much even, and then Samurai just holding forever, doing a great job making use of this.
Yeah.
All of this.
Now the Knights have 4 ults of themselves. 76 ult is going to go off, but then he's going to get instantly killed.
Not what you want to do.
Not what you want to see. So we'll see if we can get in here. We have the Zenyatta ult as well. See if they can use that to their effectiveness. Kyle is looking for a flank angle still. Trying to get behind him. There's a Zenyatta ult. So the Knights are going to push onto the point. Here's a Moira ult. They're going to beam him away. They're not getting many kills, but they are getting control. So 97% for Arkansas. Arkansas playing patient, playing smart. Reaper has his ult for Arkansas. We'll have to see what he's able to do with that. Moira going to take out the Farah. Yes, that's a huge kill. So Asher also getting a kill down there. So the Knights going back and forth, going toe-to-toe. They have control, but can they finish off? No, here comes the Reaper. It's going to only kill 1, though. Good disengage there from the Knights. Can they get control? He's healing him up. Sigma's throwing it best he can. He's trying to kill him. Can he keep him healed? Can they keep control? The Knights are holding. They're holding as best they can. They will finally kill 1. They're going back. They're kiting. Here comes the Reinhardt, though. The big hammer is going to smash him. And here comes Arkansas now. They're on the point, 97%, but they haven't quite controlled it. The Knights are coming back, 90%, 91. They're fighting to their last breath. They will not give control of this point over easily, but they finally get it. Now we're into overtime situation. Arkansas with 5 on the point, looking very strong. Zwiesler are going to pick up that early kill, but he's going to go down. 76 fighting for his life on the point. Can he do it? No, he gets pushed back, and overtime is still on. Here comes Samurai. He's trying to be a hero. He's going to stall as long as he can, and here comes the rest of the Knights. Can they get it done? No, they all get slaughtered. Can they get there? No. So an exciting round 2. But in the end, Arkansas takes it. So 1-1 here, J-Moff, going into the final round.
Incredibly close.
It's anybody's game.
Close. I love to see there from Asher and our Kyle, a little bit of a switch to tactics, right? So we end up pulling out the Ramacha tank. We need to push here, push, instead of focus on maybe as much hold as Sigma is usually capable of. And then Kyle just goes full heal. Look, this man's pushing. We're staying alive. We're gotta recap this somehow. Yeah. It's a great call, great try.
Now the 2v, the 2v5, that was heroic. That's the kind of stuff we like to see right there. Let's see what the Knights do here.
Here's this first push again, one of the most important parts of each round.
Well, and we kind of saw the ebb and flow of when one team has ults and the other team doesn't, so it's really, this is why this first attack is really so important. You got to get that ult charge, and you really can't waste your ult. We saw a wasted 76 ult. We saw a couple other ults that weren't ideal, and so we really want to see the Knights pull off their ults a little bit better. Claymore going to look for this push over on the right. He's going to take a big chunk, but he will finish off the Reaper. So Hanzo Reaper down for Arkansas. They're down to 3, and I don't think that's going to be enough to win this first fight. Reinhardt's going to go in heroically. He actually will pick up the Zenyatta, so that's actually a pretty big play from him, but the Knights should have control, looking to set up the Bastion, looking to get things done. So we'll see what they're able to do. Here comes 76. Just going to deter them. They just want to get as much damage down as possible, get that charge going. They're going to all be sitting on the point here. Arkansas can decide what they want to do. We're seeing Reaper kind of flank around the left. We'll see what they're able to do against that. Here comes Reinhardt. Big shield looking to push him back, but there's too much damage coming out from the Knights. Zweeslayer will find that kill. That's a lot of damage. The Knights are doing well, focusing on that Reinhardt, not letting him get too much done. Oh, Reaper, though, with the flank. But this is not good timing here.
No.
Arkansas with the mismatch timing, though. Kyle will go down, though, to the Hanzo. But you would have liked to see that flank when the Reinhardt is pressuring. So, you know, Arkansas's got to get that sorted out if they're going to want to take this point. Here comes the pressure from the side, but no pressure from the front. Oh, finally, here we go. Reinhardt is now coming through the choke in the front door. Reaper's trying to get something done on the back door. But can they actually pick up a kill? And yes, they do. So the Reaper, it seems to be, can't take any damage. I don't know if the Knights are missing their shots or what, but they're unable to take him down. And Arkansas now has control, but the Knights still fighting strong.
Hanzo will coming out, gonna secure, I think, that point for Arkansas here on the first capture. 65% already over to the Knights, though, so it'll be a big hold. And on the Knights side of things, now our ults are coming up as well, right? So
yeah,
it's tough to push on. I guess we've got a Reaper ult and a Reinhardt ult, which are a pretty dangerous combo.
Yeah, we got Zenyatta at 98%. We'll see what he can do with that. That's always a nice one.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go. 1v1. Claymore versus Reaper.
If the Knights can get back on the point, I think Claymore and Samurai have done a great job.
Oh, Reinhardt.
Big push.
Reinhardt's very aggressive. Very aggressive. I think too aggressive, but somehow it works out.
When your team follows you up and you have the Mercy revive.
Yeah.
Like, if you're playing around it, you're playing around it.
I mean, that was looking
way.
That was insane right there. But 3 ults now up for the Knights. They got to really watch out for that Reaper ult, though. They should be able to be thinking about it. It really messed them up last time. They avoided it fairly well, but, you know, that's a big ulti that can really turn the tides. So we'll see what they're able to do here.
Yeah,
Knights trying to push through.
When you've got a Zenyatta and a Bastion like that, you cannot allow...
Oh, Hanzo. This guy... Dry Flume, he's found his aim 2 in a row, taking down the back line here for the Knights, and this is slowing everything down. The Knights want to get back on this point. They want to get control, but they're getting pushed back. Here comes Reaper. He won't let Samurai do anything, and now he'll zoom away with his little Wraith form. 78% here for Arkansas, still holding on to their ult, still getting some ult charge. We're going to have to see the Knights. Someone's going to have to make a play. Someone's going to have to be the hero for the Knights. Moving around the left side.
We've got 4 ults just sitting right now, right? We've got to use these.
There's got to be a big play coming. 90%, 91, 92. The Knights is looking to make their move. Here comes the Zenyatta ult. Will it do enough? It looks like Reaper's going down. Reaper's going to try to counter with his ult, but it's not going to get anything done. 1 for 1 so far, but Claymore's going to pick up 1. Asher's going to pick up 1. Here comes the Dragon, but it's not going to do anything. The Knights will take control of the point, and they will try to defend the onslaught that's going to be coming from Arkansas. Hanzo's still alive. They're going to have to do something about him, but if he dies now, it's bad for Arkansas. This is going to be a 4v5 if they can kill that Hanzo before the reinforcements get here. Here comes the squad from Arkansas. They still haven't dealt with Hanzo. The guy's juking him. They finally take him down, and this should be good here for the Knights. Now in a 4v5 situation, we'll see if they're able to hold. Reinhardt's going to go in a little too hard. He's going to go down. Hopefully, yes, he will. Finally, Samurai's going to take him down. But here comes the flank from Reaper. But it's too many. He doesn't have his ult. He wasted it when the Zenyatta ult was up. Here comes the revive. Here comes Reinhardt. He's slamming in again. We know what he's going to do. Here comes his ult, but it doesn't do much. It hits 2, but is that enough? Here comes Reaper. He's going to go down. This is back and forth. Both teams at 99%. Here, they will kill down the Junkrat, and it looks like the Knights will have control. 5-player kill streak here for Zweeslayer. Can they keep control? It looks like they should be able to, and yes! The Knights take it 3-1. Great job here. First match win here for the team this season. And that was a close one.
Yeah, and those are those points you're talking about, right? Where everyone's, okay, we've got our ults up ready. Time to make the push. This is our last chance. Our last push. Reinhardt, get the play of the game. The suicidal Reinhardt. But, it was a big ult.
Yeah, big ult into the slam.
But Knight's done a really good job stacking those ults. I was killing that Hanzo as late as that was an interesting chase, but I think well played by everybody all around. And Knights just do a great job. Not the best at taking the point, but they know how to play around their ults. And sometimes that's all you need, right? It's a number advantage. You just do more than they do, right, when you're on your ults. So, and they've done such a good job defending at that point too, right? You've got to be so worried as Arkansas if they've captured that point again. They've made the push successfully. Now is the hard part.
Exactly. So we'll see what the Knights are able to do moving forward. I really think Reaper kind of dropped a ball there on the side of Arkansas. He, wasted his ult seemingly on that Knights push, and that's one of those pushes where, hey, they have a lot. Let them push, let them use their ult, let the Knights use their ults, try to get the point, and then you just retake it. But Arkansas thought they could hold it. They weren't really keeping track of the ults well enough, and they went down.
Well played by the Knights. Well played.
Yes, very well played.
Everyone all around, but Knights come out on top there, round one. Definitely, I think this is obviously maybe a little bit easier matchup compared to last week that we saw. But Knights playing well.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I think I see improvements. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and in these leagues, there's matches all over the place.
Yeah,
right.
It's
as a League of Legends player, we've been up against some very steep competition, and it's the same in this league. Where you're going to be up against players that outclass you, that, very, very high-ranking players. But that's the glory of esports, right? Is you have the chance to punch at those guys and maybe get that knockout punch once in a while. And then you have matches like this where it's very, very close. This is Arkansas's gold team, and we're matching up quite well against them so far. And the Knights are here showing that they can roll in this league. And we'll see if they can build upon this, get this dub today, and move forward.
Yeah, exactly. And those tough matchups, Knights are showing right here that they're really good for pointing out those weaknesses that I feel like, they're ironing out. Looks like we're going to Blizzard World.
Going over to Blizzard World.
Pylon Terrace. It's a fun map for any Blizzard fan, I think, right?
Yeah.
I always enjoy this one.
Gotta love Blizzard World. So we'll see what they're able to do here. I don't know if the Knights are going to switch up any of their team comp. They probably will, different objectives here. Oh, there's a pro.
Right.
Got some StarCraft, got some World of Warcraft, all the,
No, but I think as far as picks go, I'm a little bit excited to see what the Knights are going to do a little bit differently here without that Zenyatta. I feel like that Zenyatta, they've been playing really well around that Discord orb, and just that execution has led to very straightforward game plans and very clear advantages. So I'm curious, see how the Knights are going to play around this differently. Kind of some interesting picks, right? We see the Bridget or the Brigate, I'm not sure how you pronounce it exactly, but the Sumatra, some kind of interesting things. So
yeah,
we'll see how they go though with the Soldier repeat, the Asher on Sigma again, some comfort picks and some interesting ones.
Yeah, so we on the Brig, see what he's able to do. Actually, going to switch over to Ana. So Knight's going to come out, going to try to push up. See what they're able to do. This is one of those defend, attack, defend type of situation. So, you will switch to the other side, once your attack ends. So you try to do as much as you can on the attack. So he's going to portal up, going to try to just rush onto the point. Symmetra going to get her turret set up here. This is a pretty good strategy here from the Knights. They're already on the point, and it looks like Arkansas doesn't know how to really deal with this. Reinhardt, once again, going to go down, though, by Samurai. Going to get beamed, and there's the Moira. Kyle still rocking the Moira. Going to try to get some pressure in the back line. Going to try to spread out Arkansas, and they're doing a good job, but that's 2 quick kills coming in from Arkansas, and it looks like they might be able to defend this. That's a third. So the Knights do get 61%, but they're unable to hold. That was a pretty good first attack. I like the Symmetra. I like trying to get on control. I think they needed a little more high ground once they got there and play their lives a little bit. And now we're seeing some kind of disjointed respawns here. So we'll see what the Knights opt into doing.
But I do like the plan, right? You got it.
Exactly.
This is what we're going to do, and we're going to try our best. It was close. Sometimes it just comes down to, like you said, play your life, kill them, don't die. It's kind of what it was.
Yeah, so now the Knights kind of getting caught up in this joke, waiting for their team, going to decide what they want to do here. Kyle's going to fall off there. I don't think he wanted to do that. Here comes Samurai. He's already on the point. So a little bit disjointed here from the Knights, though. Got in a little bit too fast. They weren't quite grouped up. Look, Kyle wasn't even involved in that entire fight. So this is going to be another failed attack, probably.
Yeah, this is... and
we're going to use the Sig ult. Not sure about that decision.
No one's there to help capture.
Yeah, and Knights getting a little ahead of themselves here on this map. They did a good job with the first push, but now 2 minutes left, and we're wasting a couple ults, so, you know, they're going to have to really not make any more big mistakes if they want to take this point.
Right, I feel like there's two things you don't do while, you know, half of your team is dead. You don't use ults, and right, and you don't, unless you're going to really, really make something happen.
Yeah, and he did switch to the Orisa,
both of those.
so he might want to just use it to make the switch, which makes sense.
You might as well burn it.
But, you know, still a big tool, still a disjointed attack. And now the Knight's going in a little bit slower here. Going to push up with the Orisa, try to get this choke control. But you're getting shot by multiple angles. He's going to twirl his little thing, go in there, see if they can get some control. Can they finally kill him? Yes, they will kill the Reinhardt. So here's a good ulti here from the Symmetra. Going to separate it. But that's a Junkrat ult. Going to take down 2. Zweeslayer on the point. Going to try to kill the Junkrat. And the Knights do have control. Should be able to cap this here. And yes, they will. 100% cap, so they will now start pushing the payload.
Yeah, that's really good. I mean, with these, you know, we've talked about it before, sometimes it's okay to take your time because each of these objectives is different. Right now, you're not trying to capture this point, you're trying to just escort the payload. So maybe that's all you needed. It's okay to invest time into that if you're going to be able to successfully just push the payload, carry the payload. So we'll see, you know, what the Knights' plans are. I like the switch. The switch is made. Clearly, it was something they decided to play around differently. Got an Echo over here on the other side.
Yeah, so
Junkrat flank as well. So we'll see. All right, this is always a little bit more interesting, a little bit more chaotic when now the objective's moving. Right?
Exactly. The respawn's changed a little bit, and now you are trying to constantly change your positioning based on where the payload is. While Arkansas, you know, is trying to hold up, trying to find good corners, trying to hold the best spots, and that's a good defense right there. And the payload's in a decent spot here for Arkansas, trying to get around this first corner. There's a lot of high ground to play on, and the Knights are getting choked up in this little gate here. So we'll see if they're able to push through this. Now, if they do get a pick, it'll be a little bit of a walk here for Arkansas to get back.
Yeah.
But getting through this choke is not easy, and we'll see what they're able to do. So Knights
have some ults up here too, ready for the push.
Yeah, Lucio's ult was used, but he died instantly, so that's not ideal.
It's the opposite of what that ult is for.
I thought that prevented that from happening. Risa also going to go down. So the Knights, and this is exactly what I was talking about. Look how this choke is really becoming a pain. Hard, yeah. Reinhardt actually getting a little too aggressive, I think. He needs to really play that choke. Doesn't want to be pushing over into Knights territory because one pick will change the outlook of this situation for the Knights. Reinhardt going to go up, going to try to get some hits in. Here comes the ulti out from Claymore. He will do a lot of damage with it, and there's the scoop in. But oh my gosh, a huge Reinhardt ult. He turns it into the Junkrat ult. The Wombology was set to maximum, and the Knights fall right into it.
That was really, really good. Just kind of holding almost, right? They were waiting for that.
That was a Braveheart situation. Yeah, right? Hold now, you know, boom. Like, so great job by Arkansas. The Knights going to have to see if they can get through this choke now. No ults in sight. So they're going to have to just do it the old-fashioned way. Good shooting, good positioning, and hopefully get a pick. So see what they're able to do here.
Yeah, this isn't where the Knights want to be. Like, you got to do something differently, I feel like.
Yeah, they're getting pushed into a really awkward situation.
This particular corner, it's a bit of a Z, right?
Yeah, look at all the space that the enemy has. They can do whatever they want. They got Junkrat up on that rock. How are they going to deal with him?
Yeah.
They got Reinhardt just standing in the middle of this entire gate with his humongous shield that takes up the whole gate. And he just, when he wants to, he comes through, he slaps him a little bit, he goes back, gets healed up. So Knights looking for a little miracle here. They do have 45 seconds. They, you know, obviously they've already done some work, so they can still win this when they're on defense. But you want to get it as far as you can. Yeah, you want to keep this going. You don't really want to get stopped right here. But they're getting pushed back almost to their spawn. We're going to hopsy-do up here. We're going to have the window, put that down. See, that might be enough. They can get the damage through it, but it's not in a great position. Yeah. Look at how Arkansas just hides around that corner. Great job by them. So this is a decent push, though, from the Knights. They did get through the choke, and now they're finally pushing. So is it enough? I'm not sure. We got a Bastion in the back line. Oh, my gosh. It was the Echo, but that's a big ult from Junkrat. We might have just seen play of the game, and that's going to be, I
think that's over.
The Knights are stopped.
Over on that side.
So Echo, we saw the Echo there flank around, put some pressure on the back line of the Knights, and then that was enough of a distraction.
The sacrificial Trojan horse for the Junkrat from the other side.
So Knights good opening, a little bit disjointed on the attack, and we kind of noticed that last week, a little bit more of the same. We'll see if they can brush that up. But yeah, they're now on defense, and we'll see if they can, stop them, because all they really have to do is not let them cap it. And they'll win this round, you know. And this is overall a best of 3. So this is map 2. So if the Knights take this map, they will win it in 2. But if they lose this map, we will be going to a 3rd map.
Now, one advantage of attacking first is you can now get to see their defense. We got stopped.
That's true.
Let's maybe take some of that stuff into account if you haven't already have if you don't already have a plan in place. But there's 2 sides of planning. There's what the Knights have demonstrated fairly well, which is okay. What is our plan? How are we going to do this? How are we going to execute it? But the Arkansas is doing a great job of the second kind of planning aspect is, okay, what are they going to do and how are we going to stop?
That's true. Right? That's a good point.
So that multi-layer, you've got to have the second layer, or else, you're just kind of letting it up to fate. Right? You're rolling dice a little bit. It's like, hey, are they going to let our plan work or not?
Yeah, and we kind of noticed once the Knights got the payload, the plan kind of fell apart.
Yeah.
They didn't really have a plan to keep pushing it. They maybe they're running their heroes that were, assigned to capture it, and then they have to change up for when they're pushing it. I'm not sure what their strategy was, but either way, they did get stopped, and it looks like they're going to be taking this corner building here, going to try to get some poke out. Hanzo's going to go down. They're going to fish around, try to find Arkansas, what way they coming through. They are going to come through the middle here, but that's a good wall there from Samurai, going to slow them down. Going to get some headshots here from the Hanzo, going to get some damage in. Here comes the Orisa trying to push through. So they're doing a similar strategy that the Knights did. They had the teleporters up there, but they got shot down instantly. So Knights, good job defending. So far, they're pushing them back, not letting them get much done. Orisa, though, is pushing through. The Knights are going to put down damage. They're going to get some charge. They're going to get some damage in. Arkansas looking for the moment, looking for that one pick, looking for that one. Oh, good little separation wall. I like the idea. Couldn't quite get the kill on the Orisa. And the Knights are getting pushed back. Oh, that's a lot of bombs coming in from the Farah. They're grouped up. That's going to be a lot of damage, but no kills, and that's crucial. Pushing up is Arkansas. They have the high ground. Here comes the Junkrat. Junkrat's been a big problem for the Knights here. The AoE damage. Arisa's going to push in. Good patience here from Arkansas, but I think Chef went a little too far, and he will go down. So a trade to Lucio for the Orisa, but the Knights still looking good. The Pharaoh somehow got behind. They're floating around. They're flying to Mercy and the Pharaoh. We've seen it 1,000 times. Here comes Samurai, 19 health. He's going to ice block, see if he can get some health back. Hanzo's in the middle. You don't want to see him there. But Samurai doing a great job. He will go down finally, and Asher will follow. The brothers are down, and Arkansas looking to take this point, and I don't see any way the Knights can stop them.
Yeah, I think the Knights did a great job on capitalizing this tank weakness, right? We've seen Useless overextend time and time again.
Yeah.
It's nice to try and recapture.
And Kyle's going to fly in. Not a great, I think they got to just set up the defense to give up the payload, because now, look, they don't have to push it far.
They only have to make that ground up.
Yeah, they only have to get to that golden box that you're seeing on the bottom of your screen there. So we'll see what they do. Asher's going to switch over to Zarya, see what he can do with the beam. And that's a wall. Will go down, though. And
there's no response to this Farah, I feel like, right?
That's true. I don't see a lot of hit scan. They have the May, but he's not really shooting at him.
Putting more back on the soldier finally.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Maybe this makes the difference. The SVU not holding this choke as successfully.
Oh no, not at all. They did not take the lead. And there's a Junkrat once again going to devastate the back line here of the Knights, and that will be an easy ATU gold team comeback. Ties it up 1-1, and we're going to game 3, J-Moff.
Now, this is a best of 3, am I correct?
That is what I heard.
Best of 3 as usual, so we'll see if the Knights can
Useless Chef with play of the game once again. And this was humongous.
This was the Junkrat.
This was I thought Junkrat was going to get the glory for it. He also Junkrat had the 4-man ult later, so just a Wombology there. Yeah. The Knights not quite ready for it. We'll see what adjustments they make.
Every time the Knights walk through that gate in the future, they're gonna, feel shivers up their spine a little bit. Right?
Yeah, because you feel like you could just get it because your respawn's right there. Hey, we could just eventually get it. But once that defense is set up from Arkansas, you saw how hard it is to punch through it.
Yeah. No, because the map barriers are so strong, and there's no it's not a my wall or May wall. You're not gonna shoot it down.
And we had the Baptiste window. He ulted, but they just hid.
Yeah.
Like there's not a good enough angle. They're on both
You're
sides of the
attacking,
gate.
you're not defending.
Yeah.
It needs to be a forward ult. Exactly.
Yeah. So, Knights did the best they could, but we'll see. Looks like we might be moving over to Junkertown. So
it's okay. We always like a game 3 situation.
That's true.
Been relatively close.
Hey, we want as much matches as possible.
Last game, every team has their map. We say it time and time again. Maybe that was, Arkansas's map. So we'll see. We jump over because these fights are relatively close. I feel for the most part, right? These teams are playing quite well. So it's anyone's game. Knights are not out of it, nor are they safe from the loss.
Yeah, this is a very close matchup. Best matchup we've seen for the Knights in this league. So this is very exciting, very fun to watch. And so I'm happy it's going to game 3. These teams both put up a heck of a fight. And we'll see if, who will turn out to be the winner.
Yeah, my money is here again. I'm voting for that Zenyatta. I want that Zenyatta back. I think that Discord orb was putting too much work in game 1, and
I think especially with the way that Useless Chef is playing, he likes to extend, he likes to be a little vulnerable, and that extra damage, might just be what we need.
Yeah. No, it makes it really, really easy to capitalize on that.
Yeah.
Again, maybe on the Pharah there too, right?
That's true.
When there is a priority target, someone who is overextended or has flanked when they shouldn't have,
or floating around,
nice easy target above it. Yeah. I think it was a great way to just tell everybody, hey, there's a purple target, kill a target, and we'll move on, right? And I think that was a good thing for the Knights, and a bad thing for Arkansas. So I think that's what the Knights did. I think I would like to see that again, but who knows? Maybe they got a secret ace up their sleeve, a secret special plan, special comp. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see what adjustments the Knights make. I'd like to see a little more spacing around those ults. We're kind of walking into. We saw it in game 1 as well. Where we're clumped, and and that's why
you can't make it free for them. Make them work for it.
Yeah, and that's why Chef's getting play the game.
Yeah,
right. Because we're clumped. We're not spacing correctly. We're not prepared for the ults. But that's an easy adjustment to make, right? Just track the ults the best you can. Space out. Because if you can make that Reinhardt, only hit one, or the Junkrat,
you
kill the Junkrat. Oh, yeah. Like if you can deal with those ults in those situations, it really changes the vibe of the game.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. Especially if you lose, cause some of these rounds have been going at a similar pace until ults, and now you've got 3 ults versus 3 ults, or 3 ults versus 4 ults. If you're losing those engagements, you've lost so much tempo in the ult ping pong, right? And so yeah, you just can't afford to do that. You've got to be thinking about, like you said, tracking and what do they want out of their ults? What are they going to try and do with them, and how can we beat that?
Yeah, so we'll. I'm liking the adjustment. Kyle's been playing the Moria, I think, exclusively. I don't think I've seen him on anything else. He's been doing pretty well. I think he's a little bit too aggressive sometimes, and we'll have to see what that's able to do. I feel like the Knights aren't as potent with their ults. I haven't seen.
You haven't got a lot of work done compared to your opponents. Yeah.
So and Samurai playing the Mei, that's a big time ult. And I'm not seeing it do big time stuff.
every other aspect of his Mei, I think I really like. But
exactly
field is not really.
I think we're using our basic abilities quite well. It's just I want to see the ults used a little bit more effectively. And that could be what we find in this game 3. So I think both teams are going to take a break here, take a couple minutes, and then they'll be back with game number 3. So we will step away, and we'll be back in a couple minutes with game number 3. All right. What do you know? We're back. So we'll see what the Knights are able to do here on Junkertown.
Another capture and escort.
And we'll see what we can do.
Not the Knights' favorite so far, but
yeah, it's
never know.
Yeah, it's just a payload, so that's nice. You just get out there, get the payload, you ride on it.
Just win. Yeah.
So, Knights waiting to be let out. They will be on.
As far as some different things here, we see the honor.
Yep. So you start with the payload here, so you start pushing it right away, but it's very similar to the last thing we saw. You see how Arkansas has decided where they want to defend. They're going to be on that building there. Here comes Junkrat going to fly over here trying to get something done. But it's usually easier for the offense at the beginning because the respawn's so far away. They just get a couple picks. They're bound to get kills, right?
Well, you'd hope.
So
none yet, but
none yet. They are getting pushed back, and it's just a stall game here for the defense. It's a lose slowly, bend don't break type of mentality for defending these objectives. But Arkansas actually coming out quite strong here. Knights not able to get any kills, not able to get anything done. But like I said,
this is everyone is in a weird spot right now.
There's no possible way we could have cast a curse them already. So they're bound to get some kills. Okay, I'm gonna double down on that, and there we go. Claymore, you're gonna hook me up. Not gonna make it be too tragic. So they will take down their Arisa and they will start pushing. So with the tank down, the Knights will get some push onto the payload. Oh, Dragon flying in. We'll
not
see.
Going to get anything over those.
Yeah.
So nice. Move out of the way. It's not hard to see coming.
Yeah, the tank here is down for Arkansas. So the Dragon not going to get anything done. Not even going to get position. Claymore going to fly up. Going to try to get something done. And there it is. The flank. He's going to go in the back line. He's going to mess him up. No way they can handle this guy. He's going to zoom back. Here comes the ulti in from Reinhardt. Only going to hit one, but he's going to tackle him, and that's going to be a good tackle. Asher's going to take down Useless Chef, and there's the kills coming in from Claymore. Double kill for him, and good push from the Knights. They're going to take this first point.
It's chaotic, but the Knights are thriving in the chaos right now.
Yeah.
Really, really well fought, well shot. All things considered, I think this is a significantly better looking payload capture, and hopefully delivery.
Yeah.
Than last time.
Yeah, we'll see where Arkansas opts to defend now. Knight's going to push up. Here comes Claymore. He's going to be looking for those weird angles. He's going to looking to disrupt, looking to make sure that the battle lines here of Arkansas aren't all pointed in the same direction. Asher's going to push through on the Reinhardt. So we are finally seeing a Reinhardt here for the side of the Knights, and we'll see if that makes a difference. Going to try to get some down. Got the flame strike going on. The high ground is here for Arkansas, and they decide to jump down. Here comes the Arisa. She's going to be powered up. She's going to try to get some damage in, but she's in a 1v4 situation, so the Knights will take down, and that's what we've been seeing from Useless Chef. He gets a little too aggressive. Triple kill coming in for Claymore with the ulti in the back line.
Yeah, that man is one to get excited. Huge flame Claymore play.
Yeah.
Just cleaning up. This is looking much worse if you're Kansas or Arkansas.
Yeah. So the Knights looking really good. I like the flank there. We saw they're kind of using Useless Chef against himself. They know he's going to push out. They know he's going to be aggressive. And Claymore just being patient, waiting for his ulti, waiting for the backline to be exposed with their tank gone. Flies in, gets the triple kill, and the Knights take point 2. So they're going to be pushed up. Here comes the Arisa. They're going to try to hold this choke. Asher's getting pushed back. Can he do anything? Arisa's going to twirl at him. He's going to slam back. Back and forth here. The fight continues. Both sides looking to find a pick. Arisa will not die. Will finally get stunned up by the ulti there. Asher gonna push through confidently, healing on his back. He's not going down. Got his shield up. Double kill coming in for the Junkrat, but it might not be enough.
The wombo that we've seen out of Arkansas here, not quite here today. I feel like Arisa and Junkrat could have maybe done that. They're not getting the mileage out of the ult that we've seen so far, and the Knights are really capitalizing on that. Well,
and this is, with these payload objectives, the map is constantly changing as the payload is pushed, and unlike what we saw last match, the Arkansas is not able to get that really good defensive setup. They're constantly, getting picked off, having to reposition, having to, they're changing characters, and so this just disorganized, and the Knights thrive in this disorganization. So we'll see what they're able to do, but it looks like they're finally starting. They got the D.Va out there. They're finally starting to get that defense set up. D.Va with a little bit more mobility. I think Chef is realizing he needs that mobility to get out, but as we see, he overextends once again, unable to kill anyone out. Kyle gonna kill the mech and then the D.Va. So good job by him. And here comes Asher pushing up with the ulti on him. Has his ult as well. So if he, with the Ana ult, see what he can do.
Yeah, I'm not feeling hopeful if I'm an Arkansas fan here.
Yeah.
SVU making an excellent push. And in a battle of basic abilities like we talked about, SVU's doing very
Yeah,
very
and
well.
when you come out of the gate strong and then you keep pushing them back, they're constantly tiptoeing backwards. Here comes the ulti in from the Reinhardt. He will pick up one as well. So that's going to be a tackle. Asher pushing in, trying to get that payload as far as he can. They want to cap this, and they have 3 minutes to do so. So it's looking good. Here comes the D.Va ult. He's going to try to shield it up. He will take a bunch of damage and actually will go down. So Asher, we see, will go down here. Samurai going to try to get the ulti. Will pick off 2. And so we'll see if they're able to finally push this through. The Knights looking good. They got it so far, but this last little bit can be a pain. Yeah. The respawns are right here for Arkansas. Here comes the ulti from Claymore. Another big ulti going to hit 2, and yes, captured. Round 1 complete. The Knights push it all the way, and now Arkansas has to match.
Claymore and Asher, I think, playing very, very well, doing a ton of work for their team in that round. And just the Knights in general, just fighting and winning fights.
Yeah. So now pushing, is up to Arkansas. So we'll see what they decide to do on offense. We didn't get to see their offense very long last time because they only had to push it so far.
But it was successful. So
it was successful.
This is something to consider if you're Knights here, right? So
yeah. So we'll see. There's a lot of different strategies you can go with, but you basically want to do kind of what the Knights did there. You want this to be a sprint. You don't want this to be a marathon when you're on offense. Because the more they have to readjust, the more they have to change their position, the better it is for you. You're constantly pushing, winning fights. And we saw, you don't have to capture it quickly at the beginning, but once you get control of the payload, you want to keep pushing, and then you just need that one big fight. And we saw in the mid there where the one big, ulti from Claymore really sprung the game open for the Knights, and Arkansas could never recover.
And I think, as the defense here, if you get staggered in the way that the Knights were able to continuously stagger Arkansas, it's very, very difficult because you only stacked this 3 times? We saw 3 5-stacks in proper fights over last round, so that's something I think the Knights definitely need to be wary of, right? You don't want to get staggered to that degree because you saw how much ground they were able to capture. But at the same time, Arkansas has got to be looking for that fatal flaw on their side of things. So we'll see who can capitalize on what.
So the Knights with a lot of damage up here. Asher, the only tank, he's going to drop down. He's trying to, he doesn't want the payload to get around this corner so he can stay on this building. But we're seeing Zweeslayer go down real early, so that pick might be enough to get control over. We're seeing the Widowmaker here for Arkansas, and that's really good opening out of the gate. Look, he gets another kill on Samurai, so those picks, look at this run distance you have to go if you die when you're on the defensive side. So they have control. Arkansas is pushing nicely, but Asher, really holding his ground. Good healing out. Good grenade there by Ana. Got the double up on it, so we'll see what they're able to do. Asher's going to go in and going to make his move. I don't know if it's good enough. He might be able to get one. Chef is coming through. It's Reinhardt versus Reinhardt, the battle of the hammers, and Asher wins out, takes down Chef. Asher will not be denied. He will not go down. He's getting low on HP, but the healing comes in, the shield comes up, and Asher, being the hero here at this choke point, will not let them get through.
SVU's frontline support doing such a good job keeping each other, taken care of. If you need to pull back a little bit for your support, you pull back a little bit. Asher loves it. We know he loves to go in and get in there almost as much as useless Chef does, right? And support doing a great job. I think, Zweeslayer and Kyle making sure he can just do what he can do.
And why that's so important is Asher has his ult, right? So he did that whole defense and didn't even need to pop his ult, so he has it here to stop another attack if he can find the right angle. So he's going Reinhardt versus Reinhardt. He has the Ana ult. He's going to push in. He should be able to win this 1v1 with that ult on him. But he's not quite a 1v1. He looks like he's by himself, but here he goes. Backs up. There's the ult. He lands 4. Gets the tackle as well. Doesn't get a kill off the bat, but does get a lot of pressure. Claymore's going to pick up 2 kills on the backside of it. And that is a great ult there by Asher, and he's trying his best to hold this point. He's going to take down Chef once again, proving that he is the superior tank player in this matchup right now.
SVU, that's so much the difference we've seen, I think, over the course of just SVU realizing, okay, we're not getting what we want out of our ults here. Like, look at that lineup. Asher being so patient, and he sees all of them perfectly there for his ult, and he makes that call. You gotta be so decisive, but patient to be prepared for those kind of things to happen. Asher doing a very good job. The rest of SVU Knights backing him up. The Arkansas just not able to get past this corner here.
Yeah.
Huge sleep.
Yeah, that was good. And then the counter tackle. But no, the Reaper ult comes out of nowhere and just decimates the Knights. They were unprepared for that one. And Asher, as is fitting, will kill Chef, but will go down in the final death. So they will push up. They will probably capture this first point here. But
if the Knights can stop them in 50 seconds here, though, right? Like,
yeah, you know,
the clock has been run quite a bit up until
if they can get out, if they can get on it, they could definitely stop them at this first point. But it's risky because if you die here, now they can push it even further and get another good position. There comes the lamp coming out. Here comes some damage. Asher's going to take it. There's 2 kills coming out early for Samurai. There's a kill for Claymore. So they're 2 meters away, but they get pushed back, and the Knights do a great job retaking this. Like you said, now they're on the clock. 30 seconds to go, and the Knights have control. So great push out there from them, able to get back on the point. They took the risk, and the risk paid off. So they have the window, but that's all they have. Reinhardt ult here for the enemy. Do they have enough time to get to the objective? Here comes the Reaper. Here comes the Reinhardt. Arkansas is sprinting. They're flying at this objective. I don't know if they have the speed. They don't have anything to speed them up. They got to get there. There they come. They will get on it. They will contest it. So it's all going to come down to this last fight. The ult only hits 1. And can they do anything with it? Here comes Yusuf Chef. He will go down. The Knights are holding. The Reaper is doing a lot of work, though. He is doing maybe too much work. The Knights are falling 1 by 1, 1 by 1, 2 by 2, and they are all dead. And Arkansas will prevail on the first point. But we're seeing them have to work way harder than the Knights had to work. Put in way more effort, way more ability usage, ult usage just to get the first point. So it's looking good here for the Knights if they can set up and get ready to defend the second one.
Yeah, SVU having a little bit of difficulty there after absorbing the front line, dealing with the DPS, which are, of course, those are the main targets, the most dangerous.
Sweet Slayer are going to go down quick.
Just that's not a shame, too. As SVU ults are all coming up, you want to be able to...
Yeah, he had his on an ult there as well. So we'll see what the Knights can do without him. Looks like picks coming in across the board. Asher going down. Samurai going down. Claymore going down. Arkansas getting some momentum under themselves. The Knights have some ultimates to use, though. We want to make sure those are used appropriately. Otherwise, this could be going to overtime. Second point looking good here for Arkansas. And this is exactly what we saw when the Knights got the push, right? Getting this defense reset up is very difficult. And if you're not perfectly on the same page with your teammates, know where to defend, know how to defend, then you will just keep getting picked off 1 by 1, and that's what we're seeing right here. So they have to decide how much is too much to give up and how little is too little to give up, and where do we stand? Looks like Asher's deciding to stand here. Not a lot of cover out there, but a good spot for him. He's got his shield. We're going to see a kill come in for Arkansas, and they will take down Asher. Yusuf Chef now turning the tables on the tank v tank matchup, and this Reaper. Mayo on the Reaper. He's been exclusively on that hero, I feel like, this entire best of 3, and here comes Arkansas pushing in, but we know how hard it is to capture this final point. We'll see if they can do so. The Knights still have some ults. We want to see those being used at some point, I would imagine.
There's going to be another
ult. Chef gets slept. Pretty good. He will get taken down probably. He can waste his ult, it seems like. But no! Reaper flies in out of nowhere and picks up 2 off the Reinhardt ult. Picks up 3 with his shotguns after that. But look how far the payload is. I don't know if they have enough time to get here. So the Knights still with 3 ults. Still with the possibility to defend this. I think that Arkansas pulled the trigger a little too hastily, and unless they can keep the Knights back, they're gonna be slaughtered here. So here they come. Here come the Knights. Here come the ultimates. I would imagine coming out. They're killing 1 by 1. Dry Flume gonna pick up another kill though. Kyle will go down. The Knights seem to be fighting for their lives, but usually Chef is killing everyone. What has this guy done? He was getting owned by Asher early, but all of a sudden he turns on another switch and he takes the Knights down. So we are all tied up, J-Moff, going into overtime situation.
Very intense. Very intense. One thing I think, that Reaper causing so much damage, but he was the Widow earlier, right? I think that was a key little switch there as you get into the more chaotic parts of the game. like you said, where the map's always changing and stuff, it's very difficult already to respond. And with a change like that, so finely tailored to how the map's changing, very difficult for the Knights. Well played, though.
Very well played.
By both teams at one point or another. That was exciting.
Yeah. No, and we're seeing the Knights with almost a full minute lead with time remaining. So while they pushed it the same distance, the Knights came out on top with the time difference. So they'll have an extra minute to push it as far as they can when they're on offense. And it looks like they're going to be starting out on defense. So I think this kind of is good for the Knights because they just did defense. You know, they know how to hold this, and they held this, we saw, for almost the entire time. So let's not forget there was less than 10 seconds on the clock when Arkansas got this first point. So
now Knights having a bit of hit scan, at least on their supports this time, for the Farah. Farah was a real crux for.
Well, and we didn't.
So
I don't know if the Knights are going to be ready for this Farah.
Yeah,
because they went Widow, you know, at the beginning of the round, and now here comes the Farah, and now they know. So the Knights are clumped up. Here come the Rockets. Zweisler is going to get knocked off of that. Is not going to be in a good spot. And here comes the push. All the eggs are in this basket here for Arkansas. They can't really afford to die too many times, or they're going to be thrown back. Baptiste is on the run trying to dodge those Rockets. And I don't know if the Knights have an answer for this right now. So Arkansas is going to be pushing. They're aggressively pushing here. We do not have... Asher is not on the Reinhardt again, so the Knights did completely switch up, you know, how they wanted to play this. And it might be for their detriment. Kills are going across the board. Reaper's getting kills. The Knights are going down. And Zweisler still alive, still doing work, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. It's all up to Asher once again, and he will fall as well. So the Knights getting pushed back. Samurai going to go into his ice block. He's going to stall as much as he can. He's going to ice himself and run. So I don't know how brave that was, but hey.
Strong push, though, out of Arkansas. I've got to wonder why the Reinhardt switch after so much success was found.
I know. I found that surprising. I did.
We do see the soldier coming out from Claymore. Maybe you have a little bit more of a fair answer here, but...
Yeah, so 0.1 capture, but this is a good defensive spot here for the Knights.
Yeah, it's not too much longer.
They only really have to win one fight to end this one. So we'll see what they can do. They did switch up some of the heroes here.
Zenyatta as well.
Zenyatta doing work. Great hero. But here comes the solo ult. So he's going to get solo ulted by the Pharaoh. We call those worth.
It was personal.
And it might actually be worth in the long run because Reaper did go down as well. Samurai picking up that kill. So Arkansas on the back foot. Reinhardt trying to stall as long as he can. His shield is not up. He's not able to get that up. It's got to recharge, but he will go down while it's doing so. It's very low, but he's healing up, but he can't do anything else. So Arkansas is getting pushed back. They're trying to stall, trying to wait for reinforcements. The Knights might just hold it here. The Knights trying desperately to kill the rest of Arkansas before reinforcements arrive. Dry Flume, though, doing work. He is killing everyone on the Bastion. He will finally go down. Kyle will pick up that kill, but now Reaper's back. And the Knights, though, Kyle really picking it up. He has multiple kills, but the Reaper somehow got his ult back up. And the Knights are not able to end the push from Arkansas. So Arkansas back on the push, and I really thought the Knights had it there, J-Ball.
Yeah, I mean, the Knights spending so many resources trying to kill that Kiriko who has invincibility and a mercy pocketing while Bastion's killing you. And then on the ult, where Reaper can just heal up constantly.
Oh, this could be the moment. Here comes the ulti from May. This could be it. We were asking for this. Could it be the play of the game? Could it change the momentum? No, two go down. Reaper reaping havoc in the back line. And the Knights are getting pushed back. They're unable to deal with this. Kyle will go down to the ulti there. And push. Arkansas has found their momentum.
SVU, like you said, need to win one fight. But they've needed to win one fight for a while now. They still need to win one fight.
they got to stop at some point, surely. So we'll see. We have the Zenyatta ult. Let's see how they use that. I don't know how.
A lot with
if they can counter maybe an ult here, that'd be nice. But they really got to do something proactive. I mean,
Arkansas just used a lot of their big ults. I mean,
Arkansas is just pushing, and every millimeter matters because you have to match their push. And we're just going to use the Zenyatta ult like kind of randomly there, so that's kind of interesting. But it kept people alive, so that's good. But here comes possibly the offensive here. So they did stop the Bastion ult, which was good. They survived it. Zenyatta not doing too bad, but Reaper now getting kills. Now ults again. This guy has unlimited ult charge. He is constantly killing the Knights. They have to find a way to deal with him. And push, push, push. Here comes a pile of gold. What are the Knights going to do to stop it?
I mean, yeah, you've got sitting on a junk ult. Like, that's what you've got right now, right? That's your Hail Mary. Some other ults getting close, but I'm just not seeing the same mileage like out of Sigma, out of some of these pick changes, and I think the Knights are going to pay the price for it.
Look at this! What is going on, J-Muff? I blinked, and all of a sudden they're here. So the Knights, with a good defense, just completely gets flipped on its head, and now they're in the uncomfortable position of having to push the entire payload in order to tie this back up.
There's an extra pressure too when it is, okay, we'll play it back, but now it's overtime, right? And if you can't kind of step up to the plate when that extra pressure is over your head, especially when you have the advantage, you just can't afford to crumble, and it's tough. It's tough to keep your composure, but you have to keep your composure.
Well, and I think like what we said, they changed up the picks, and I think maybe unnecessarily.
Yeah,
you know, like
I
would have liked to have seen the Reinhardt again from Asher. He was 1v5ing that first payload of the opening defense, and then all of a sudden, there were some switch ups on the other side, going Pharah. They went back to the Pharah Mercy, and that really, the Knights have not shown an answer for that all day.
Nope, not at all. And like you said, you want this to be a sprint when you're on the offense here. Now the Knights have to make it a sprint. Right?
Yeah. They can afford maybe die three times maximum.
Right.
But we saw. I mean, the Knights almost had him, dude. They almost had him, but the staggered respawns from Arkansas, I thought was going to be too little to re-control the point. But the Knights just couldn't get those final kills.
Too much work was getting. Too much mileage out of people that should have died.
Yes. So that's a perfect way of putting it. So we'll see what the Knights can do here. Asher back on the Reinhardt. We'll see what he can do. See if he can get some pressure, get some kills. He's going to push up. He's going to get control. He's going to go up against Useless Chef. It's been a 1v1. I know it doesn't look like one, but it has always been a 1v1. Reinhardt versus Reinhardt. Slammy versus Slammy. And we'll see what they can do. Dry Flume doing work as well, and that shows he's killing them. 3 kills for Dry Flume. And Dry Flume and Mayo are really, really good DPS players here for Arkansas. And they just take turns showing up here for Arkansas. The Knights need an answer.
Simp on Samurai on the Pharah now, and we saw Claymore switch from the Hanzo back to his Reaper, which he's comfortable on. I like the Pharah, but I think I would have liked the Hanzo still too, right? Where it's very linear, you get a lot of mileage out of that ult, a lot of range to it.
Yep. And we don't need a lot here. We just need to get this push going.
We just need enough.
We just need a pick, get the push going, right? Like they're just getting pushed back, and this is tick, tick, tick. Time is going down.
Yeah, you've lost a minute already. Like this is no joke at this point.
Asher's just swinging at air. I'm sick of looking at that. Let's watch somebody else. Ana going to be shooting. He's going to put him to sleep. Chef going to get taken down. But his ult, and this is where, Arkansas can be so crazy with their ults. They don't need to save them. They just need to keep killing the Knights. Dry Flume has probably 500 kills, it seems like. He cannot be stopped. He's got a little baseball cap. It's like, what are they going to do? The Knights, this could be their, final push. They got to do something here huge, but no, it's countered by the Junkrat ult. The Knights can't seem to find some footing here. Good sleep, shot, but he can't get anything done on the backside of it. And look where the position is of Arkansas. They're in our base. They're in our base, J-Moff.
I think the Knights might have met their match here. Moira ult coming on out. Not going to get much out of that one.
But we saw when the Arkansas was on offense, it only takes one good fight. It only takes the momentum once, and you just have to hold it. So the Knights have to get this momentum back. They have to look, and here we go. Claymore's on the Reaper. Can he find the angle? He can't. He is at 79%, but there's only 10 seconds left. He's got to get some ult charge. If they can hold it while he gets his ult charge, maybe he can be the hero. He's going to go in for the Bastion, but he will have to back off. He's going to stay up there. The Knights do have somewhat of control. They're pushing back Arkansas, and here we go. The push starts. Now they just have to go the entire length of the map without giving an inch.
Which we just saw happen.
Exactly. So it's not impossible. He's going in. He's finding the Mercy. Here we go. That's a huge kill for Claymore. He's going in looking for more. He has his ultimate. This could be the big ulti that we needed. This could be exactly what we needed, but he's being a little too patient, I feel like. The troops are going down. He's going to have to use it. No, he doesn't use it. Is there anyone there? No! That's the end, J-Moff.
That happened.
He was
There we go.
unable to find the moment, and the Knights fall to Arkansas. Gold team unable to get it done. So close, and Mayo really did have a good game. I gotta hand it to him.
How many?
This is the ult that Claymore wanted at the end. Right here that's exactly what he was trying to do. Just couldn't find the angle. Took down the Mercy, but was unable to find the ult angle. And sometimes you gotta just pull the trigger, even though it's not perfect.
You gotta use your push your buttons, right?
Push your buttons.
Well played, I think, out of everybody.
Fantastic series. Very fun to watch. Very fun to watch.
Very close.
Got tip your caps to Arkansas. In the end, they came out on top. They were able to be more clutch in the long run. But the Knights put up one heck of a fight, and I continue to watch that for the whole season. The Knights looking way better than they did last week. And this isn't the only game of the day, J-Mob. We got another game starting up here relatively soon, so we better jump to a break so we can get back for it.
Sounds good. We'll see you guys then.
See you guys in a few. All right, we're back. I'm Coach Kev, joined by J-Moff. What's up, J-Moff?
What's up, Kev? Come back with another Overwatch game.
Another Overwatch back-to-back. No time to rest. No time to recover. The Knights got to regroup after that tough loss to Arkansas.
So close. This time up against Cornell College. So we'll see how the Knights can do here. Looks like we're jumping in.
Yeah, Antarctica. All right, it's going to be cold. Perfect for this day. It's freezing outside.
Cold and wet.
So we'll see what we can do here. It's not. I think it's kind of an advantage for the Knights flying back in as long as they're not tilted.
Yeah, already warmed up.
Exactly. We just played this map. We won this map. We're feeling good. We're feeling, like we had a really close match. It's just, a couple things went wrong here and there. So we'll see what they're able to do, Claymore. I'm back on the 76. Here comes an aggressive push here from Cornell. Going to take down Claymore. Chalky Milk. Oh, no. Can you ever beat a guy named Chalky Milk? Not sure. See what the Knights are able to do to counter that.
OP drink, OP player. I mean,
Gator fan going to take down, and Reinhardt, he seems to just be the guy. The guy, who we need. The better Reinhardt is the guy that we need. So Asher needs to find. Yeah. Asher, we saw his highs were very high, so he needs to get back onto that. See what he can do.
That being said, the lows were very low as well. So we'll see. It'll come a lot down to some similar things that we've seen the whole time. See if we can get this Reaper pick on Cassidy. Just really gonna live.
Yeah. So
there we go. Knights making a push finally here.
Knights pushing in here.
Enough to capture.
Yeah, they got to kill the Cassidy. Okay, we'll take those. Knights got 7%. So there's some positives
it's
here.
A lot more than zero.
It's not zero. Yeah. So Asher on the Sigma, waiting for his ult. He's probably just going to sit here till his ult's up. So he's going to push up. Knights are regrouping. Okay, this is what they needed. They need to regroup,
that's
push
the right
up,
call.
find an angle.
It's a call we see too infrequently.
Exactly. So he's going to put the shield. He's going to waste half of it. But he's going to push up, going to throw a boulder at these guys, try to get some damage in. Here comes Reinhardt. Holy smokes, this guy's pissed. He's coming in with the hammer. He's going to slam down on 2. He's going to kill 3. And before the Knights can blink, they're dead. But Claymore with a nice flank there. Got a little cheeky, but didn't actually do anything. So, Knights not looking good here in this second match. And maybe they're a little more tilted than we thought, J-Moth, after that opening close loss.
Yeah, those exactly. The closer it is, the more tilting a loss can be. You could have done it. But you didn't, and that's where you got to just pick yourself up, wipe the memory, just go into a fresh map, fresh game, fresh round, fresh match, and play it from the beginning.
Yeah, here comes Chalky Milk coming in hard, and the Knights keep trying to go through this choke, but they're not going to be able to. They need a new strategy.
Certain definition of insanity I'm thinking about, right?
Yeah. So they're going to have to come up with something new. I like the flank attempt from Claymore, but they're just not able to get their ults out fast enough to, really make a difference. And look at that, they're at the gates! The boys are at the gates as they're getting 100. So Cornell looking really scary here,
Cornell
Jay.
did a great job showing just, how easy it can be when you're optimally proactive with your ults. Each fight was won with a different ult, right? And they just went through the line and they tore SVU open. Knights hopefully can make some adjustments. I don't know why you're feeling after that kind of a loss. I'm
not sure what adjustments they're going to make. I mean, luckily they're not on that map, so maybe they don't like that particular round of that map. We actually saw them do well, but that's what I was saying. If that opening drive, that opening push is so important, right? To build the momentum, get position, and not have to just be going through this cave choke, right? So we'll see what they can do here with this opening round. Kyle going to be off to a fast start.
To look to the bright side, Cornell, an amazing team, great players in their own right. SVU, maybe just feel good that you're able to take 7% off.
True.
Try and beat that this time. I don't know. You got to look at the bright side sometimes, especially if you're getting tilted. That can't happen. Winston.
Yeah, you got to find the little things. Winston going to be the choice here. So the Knight's going to push up Samurai, putting his namesake to the test, and that's not what you want to see. So that was not the Samurai we were looking for, but we'll see what they can do. Chalky Milk going to kill down Asher. To the Knights. Once again, going to lose this first push, but it was looking a little bit better. We'll see what they can do. Regroup. Possibly find a new angle. There's a lot more openings here. A lot more open of a map. Can find a new angle. Can maybe spread out the enemy lines and see what they can do. Asher on the Winston. We'll see why he did that and what his plan is in the opening moments.
Cornell now realizing, okay, these are what the Knights' weaknesses are. Gonna make the big push. Winston ball drop, and he's down.
And they're not shy to use their ultimates here. Cornell gonna take down the Knights. Knights looking for kills. Sweet Slayer will pick up the kill on Chalky Milk. That's a dub in my book. And we'll see what the Knights can do with the captain here from Cornell down.
That's right. Drink your milk. Drink your milk. Grow those bones.
Kyle pushing up. Claymore still running the running the Reaper. Asher in flank position, ready, waiting for his team. He's going to fly up. He's going to land on the roof. You can't land on him. Scoop back down. He's going to push up. He's got the orb. Can he do anything with it?
Can you decide which way to go?
He's going to get stunned. He's going to get pushed back. Samurai's going to go down. Asher's in there beaming. He's going to jump up. He's going to slam down. He's getting multiple beams down. It's not enough damage, but he's at least surviving. He's creating space. He's getting in the back line. He's trying to disrupt, but a little bit too aggressive, and he will go down. The Knights are getting picked apart here, but from Cornell.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. When the enemy Reinhardt has a Discord orb and is completely separated from his team, I feel like you got to kill him somehow.
Yeah, but Gator fan just killing everyone.
Doing a great job showing that Gatorade may in fact be the superior drink to chocolate milk.
Yeah, one of our sponsors.
Battle of the beverages.
Yeah,
we will see.
So Chalky Milk trying to prove that his is better, pushing out. Here comes Gator fan, and look at this. He's going in. He's behind the box. He's not going to let him stop. He's going to go push to the gate once again, but here comes the flank from Samurai. Samurai looking for some shurikens. He's dodging nothing. He's looking cool, and the Knights unable to get to the point, so they will go down. Quick defeat here from the Knights. They need to regroup after that tough loss. They do. Because this is a best of series, so they're not out of it yet, but they got to find a way to bring down Gator fan.
The unstoppable brick wall. He's both an immovable object and an unstoppable force.
Yeah, the combination of the two.
What are you going to do?
It's not looking good right there. So the Knights are going to have to recover from that one, J-Muff.
But, yeah, I mean, definitely you see some desperation picks there on the side of SVU. Just whipping out a Genji, Winston. Let's see what happens. You like to see them trying to adjust, right?
Yeah, no.
This is a very difficult team to come up against. You see how well they're playing, how strong these guys are, and so you've got to do something, and I like to see that.
Yeah, we'll have to see what they can do. I mean, looks like we will be going to Kings Row, and that's kind of been our death sentence, I gotta say, J-Bob.
Our favorite map.
Not sure if we're picking these maps or what, but we always seem to go to Kings Row after we lose the first map. So
maybe that's been enough. There have been enough repetitive stories of that happening, where maybe the Knights they've buckled up, they've decided to conquer. This will be the narrative, right? They've now solved Kings Row.
Hey, I'm all in favor of that.
Let's see what their plan is going. Knights always want to have a plan coming out. Not always the most adaptive plan, but
I have nightmares of that Quasimodo Winston in the bell tower, J-Mob. I don't know. Hopefully, I don't see that again.
We saw them lose to it, so
maybe we can do it. Maybe we can do it. I like it. So, all right. We'll see what adjustments the Knights can make. I think they need to, they need to detail. They need to regroup. And they need to be ready for this onslaught that Cornell's going to bring. They got to get picks. You got to start getting some kills. You can't just let them do whatever they want. You got to play the game at your tempo.
I think in reality here, as fun as it is to try and switch it up and just see what works, on behalf of the Knights, I think maybe just some consistency. Like, look, if we're going to switch picks, make the game plan be like the same game plan.
Yeah, I agree.
Just try and make something happen, because it's going to come down to those one or two big fights if you're going to gain any ground at all, right?
Yeah.
Let alone win. So the more consistent, the easier you make it for yourself, the better, even though you want to make it more challenging for your opponents. We will see what they try to do here. We see Asher on the Reinhardt.
Yeah, I'm liking that.
If ever he's going to make a play, it's on the Reinhardt, so we'll see some Ryan v. Ryan action, I'm sure, although I'm not certain.
Yeah, we'll see what they're able to do here. Knights starting out on defense. I like that. They can do what they can. Here comes a sniper coming in. Going to try to dodge out on that. Fire strike down, shield up. Through the choke comes Cornell. They got the Bastion. They're going to be melting that good wall here, but Bastion not going to let them get an inch. But here we go. Like a little flank through the room there from the Knights, able to get some damage out, but there goes Sweet Slayer's down, but they will. There we go. Tank.
Still alive.
One from Asher takes down Mischiefs.
Bastion cut off.
Gator fan actually switching up to Bastion for this round. So he's not on the Rhine. So a little bit of changing roles, it seems like, from Cornell.
And, SVU taking advantage of that. Playing well.
Exactly.
Playing well. That was good. There's... I think a big distinction we're seeing from gameplay of the various teams.
Oh, no.
Big fire strikes.
Yeah, so the Knights trying to get control. They're still on this point. They're doing well. They're holding it as best they can, Gator fan. But the Widow is in position. The Widow has great angle. She'll be able to hit easy shots, and it looks like Cornell will take control. The Knights had a pretty good defense there, but eventually it will fall, and that's what happens with these really far away respawns, is once you start losing members, it's hard to get back to the point.
You know, one successful defense though. That's more than we've seen so far. Nice, got to be feeling good after that.
Yeah,
let's keep.
That's the best we've seen on Kings Row. That's the best we've seen.
Try again.
So I'm happy with that. I agree. So let's see what the Knights can do. They're feeling good. They still have. Remember, this is not. If they push it all the way, they win. You get to match them on offense. So all the Knights have to do is slow them down and get them as close to the
cut off here once again.
Yeah, can they finish him though? Gator fan's moving forward. He's not even trying to retreat. So he will be killing everyone. Not sure why we're not able to kill him, but he will take it down. Chalky Milk and Gator fan pushing up. A duo going strong. The Knights looking for an angle, looking to slow down this payload. Because like I said, all you have to do is slow it down. Try not to let it go full cap. And then you can just push it yourself.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, it's a lot of time to run down, right? It was a relatively quick capture, all things considered, on behalf of Cornell. But, yeah, you're absolutely right. You just have to make them go slow enough.
Yeah, Gator fan, very aggressive positioning here. Pushed almost all the way up into the Knight's face. The Knights are going to try to push him back. They're going to put the big shield up. But Sweet Slayer will go down to Gator fan. Gator fan pushing up. Here comes his teammates as well. They know they have to push it all the way here, so they might as well start the fight now. But this is going to be a 4v4 because someone has to be on the payload pushing it. So the Knights should be able to win this, but they're unable to. Gator fan just slaughtering everyone. They cannot find a way to kill this guy. And the Bastion is just too powerful right now.
Putting in a lot of work. I think there's a very clear understanding on Cornell's behalf of, okay, not only do we know what our plan is, we know what their plan is, we know what they're going to try and do to our plan.
And now the Widow's here. Widow's picking him off. Gator fan still can't die. He seems to be able to stand wherever he wants. He's waving to his fans back home, showing them how it's done. The Knights need a plan, and this might be it.
Here's the
Samurai with his ult.
Coming up, we'll see.
Oh, and he will be headshotted. Double headshot by Quirky Oasis. And the Knights unable to get anything done. Not even able to press a button. Here goes a Lucio, but he can't quite get his ult out. We'll see what the Knights can do. Gator going to be pushing back Claymore. Claymore will take him down. Flaming Claymore will take down Gator fan. And he'll take down Chalky Milk as well. Huge. So Claymore coming out on the torp. Still has the turret. Good job by him.
Jersey almost unable to win the turret.
And look at this. Before you know it, the Knights have almost control over this point. They might be setting up their defense here. Good job by Samurai creating some time.
Zone them off.
Zone them up. Put up the wall. Try to deal with the Mercy. Oh no, here comes Chalky Milk. Claymore's back though. He kills Chalky Milk once again. Sweet Slayer goes down. And Gator fans here as well. Take down Samurai. Here comes the Reinhardt. He's going to push in. Mischiefs. Going to take down Kyle. Going to take down Asher. They're going to take down Claymore. They're going to take down Sweet Slayer. Is there anyone up? The hope for SVU is Samurai. But he cannot get there. And he will go down. So, they push it all away, J-Muff. But the Knights can match them.
They slowed them down a little bit. I think Knights were able to... They had one or two, instances of, okay, we got some.
Yeah.
We're able to slow them down a little bit.
Some speed bumps.
It's a big ask to push faster than that, but it's not impossible. Like you said, once you get the ball rolling, it's very difficult once they're staggered on defensive side.
That's the thing. And sometimes these games look one-sided, but then it looks one-sided for the other team as well once you flip that script and you get that momentum. So the Knights will have plenty of time here to cap this. They got to play patient. They got to play smart. And there's always the chance to get that momentum and to win these games. So they're never out of it, and we'll see what the Knights can do here on the offensive side.
Absolutely. Knights, last chance here. Cross your fingers, say your prayers, see what these boys can come out with. There's a little bit of consistency here, though. I do. I like Kyle's been playing the Lucio here on Kings Row. I like that from the Moira. So that's a little bit more utility there coming out with the movement speed, and he's got the ulti and all that. Claymore back on his Reaper.
The Claymore on the Reaper. I'm down with that. I like that. So
it's worked more than once. It was worked enough.
I think the Knights going with those big ultis is the way to go. I think, especially against some of these teams that are fairly good, those big ultis can really make the difference because, you just need a one button push and you change the game.
And the other thing I like here is that Lucio with the Kiriko, Ryan, and Bastion, I mean, Bastion should just slaughter everything here. We'll see if the Knights ever get a chance
Sombra
to make
in
that
the back
execution.
line, Mischiefs, Crowd, Quirky Oasis going to take down 3 members here for the Knights. The Knights get slaughtered right out of the gates. Gator fan on the Genji.
So, like I said, if the Knights ever get a chance to pull the trigger on that. But I like the thought process. I like the idea. This is a problem we see the Knights having is these very aggressive, like Winston, now Doomfist, some very aggressive play right off the gate here at our favorite city. Is just been a huge roadblock every time the Knights have come to this map.
Yeah, they get to this choke, but then it seems like the enemy's behind them, in front of them, on top of them, behind them, below them, and they don't know what to do. The shield only points one direction. Claymore can't get anything done. Sombra in the back line, they will find the kill. So Asher finds out the kill on Sombra, and that might be the window they need to push through this choke. Can they get anything done? Kyle's going to go down as well, and Cornell is set up to defend this early push here for the Knights, but we'll see what they're able to do. Maybe the ult switch it. Those big ults, you do need them, right? So if we can get some charge here on Claymore, maybe his big only at 40%, not looking good though. He's going to need to get some damage down to get this ult back up. He's going to go in for a Hail Mary type of flank here. Going to get some damage down. He's going to fight the Brig 1v1 possibly. And he's so close to killing her, but that shield's so annoying. And here comes the backup Gator fan. But here comes his reinforcements. Asher comes flying in out of nowhere. And another flank. Claymore's flanking, but can't quite find a kill, but he did get some damage down. He's getting that charge up, almost 70%. See what the Knights can do.
These brawls are just such a mesh, such a mixing of each team, right? Where positioning is like out the window almost, and it just comes to can SVU flank, kill, and get work done faster than the opposite, the opposing flank.
This is just a madhouse right here. Here comes the Genji. He's going for the block. He's at 1 HP though, but he will get hacked by the Sombra ult. So Asher will pick up 2 though. Gator fan and Chalky Milk both down here, and Asher has one goal in mind. Get control at this point. He's not going to let anything get in his way. He's going to go in. He has his ultimate. He'll find the time to use it, and there it is. He's going to drop it in. He's going to get the tackle. He's going to slam it in. Mischiefs is down. There's another kill for Asher. 4 kills for Asher. Asher's on the point. He's soloing this point. He is getting it done. He's capturing. Can he stop them from regrouping? He's going to go in. He's going to miss the tackle, and that might cost him. Sombra doing a lot of damage, but low on health. Here comes Chalky Milk. Will take down Asher, and the rest of the Knights are going to get pushed back. Kyle was there with him, and there's the desperation from Claymore, unable to get anything done. They captured 1/3, but that's about it.
It's a start. But yeah, the Knights, I feel like Asher was there by himself forever. And that's just staggering. It's very difficult to come back from once you can make a good push, but if your whole team's there to die, I don't know. I don't know how the Knights are going to pull this one through, but they're signs of life. So we like to see that. Kiriko coming out now. Are they going to be able to get a lot of work done?
Claymore on the Junkrat now. Samurai going to be on the Bastion. Kyle back on the Mora.
We just burned a bunch of ults, and we haven't gotten a lot out of them now. So at this point, you're really worried about any potential pushes.
They're running out of time. They really need to get something done. They got to get control. Here comes the Genji. He's going to pick up 3 real quick. Like we saw,
just a little bit of damage on that guy.
Yeah, these aggressive picks coming out from Cornell are just decimating the ranks here of the Knights, and the Knights got to make a desperation push at this point. They have 15 seconds. They still can get it done if they can get control. They push it all the way, but I don't even think they can get out of their base, J-Mouth. They're just being stopped right at the gates. They're stuck in the fountain. Can't quite get it done.
Taking a nap
Cornell
right in front of the door.
Just playing with their food. Cannot stop. And that's going to be the match right there, J-Muff. The Knights go down. Cornell on their game. The Knights seeming a little bit tilted after that first loss. And that's all it takes sometimes to really, really come up against these good teams. They're going to put you down.
That being said, Cornell doing a fantastic job in their own right.
Yeah.
Guys are playing out of their minds for sure.
And that's the kills we saw from the Genji, just going bananas on everybody here from the Knights. And just unstoppable.
Just completely unstoppable. So there we go. Knights have a very close match and then a not so close match. Again, it's like you said, tough maybe to stave off the tilt after such a close round. But it's another good opportunity, I think, maybe for the Knights to find some things to work on. We saw it happen, between last week and this week. Maybe we'll see it again next week. And it's always fun to watch a team kind of grow together and on maybe some of these individual things as well over the course of the season. So we're excited to get back to you guys with and see how they've done there.
Yeah, so we'll be tune in next week. We'll get some more of the same. Well, the Knights will be preparing every week, trying to get better and better and better. And we'll see what adjustments they make going into next week. So we will be with you. We will be streaming possibly some League of Legends next week as well. So we'll let you know about that. But yeah, make sure you follow so you get all those notifications, and we will see you guys later.
See you.